Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island preview. Probe digging begins under the garden shaft with thrilling results. The flooding issues have been fixed this week on the Curse of Oak Island, and the drilling is set to begin underneath the garden shaft. Tonight's episode is Season 11, Episode 13, and the History Channel calls it Tea Time. It looks set to be an action-packed episode with the usual mix of answers followed by more mystery. A lot of this week's focus will likely be on the garden shaft. There has been a whole lot of nothing happening at the garden shaft for the last few weeks as the Dumas guys struggled to stop floodwater coming into the. Thankfully, they've now fixed the problem, which means they can follow through with the plan of increasing the depth from about 87 feet to 95 feet. The plan was to begin probe drilling to locate a tunnel the guys believe is running beneath the garden shaft and into the baby blob, where high concentrations of precious metals were found in water samples. A preview for tonight's show suggested the probe drilling has found something to put a smile on Marty Lagina's face. It's unclear exactly what they've uncovered, but it's certainly excited the team. Gary Drayton and Rick Lagina make a significant discovery at the Oak Island swamp. Also, this week, Gary Drayton and Rick Lagina find a lot of pottery in the swamp. In the preview, Gary shouted excitedly, "Ooh, that's a big chunk." The pair suspect they've made good ground in figuring out who actually constructed the stone roadway in the swamp. The History Channel episode synopsis indicates the swamp and the garden shaft will be this week's main areas of focus. It reads, "The Curse of Oak Island has long been a tantalizing mystery, captivating treasure hunters and history enthusiasts alike for centuries. This season, the team embarks on a bold new endeavor that promises to bring them closer than ever to uncovering the island's hidden secrets. As the episode opens, the team stands united at the mouth of the garden shaft, a site shrouded in lore and speculation. Beneath the surface lies a labyrinthine network of tunnels and caverns that have eluded explorers for generations. The decision to dig beneath the garden shaft was not made lightly, but the potential rewards are too great to ignore." The camera pans across the determined faces of Rick and Marty Lagina, their expressions a mix of excitement and trepidation. They are joined by their trusted team of experts, including metal detection specialist Gary Drayton, historian Charles Barkhouse, and archaeologist Dr. Ian Spooner. The air is thick with anticipation as the massive drilling rig roars to life, its powerful auger poised to pierce the earth. The first few meters of soil yield little more than dirt and rock, but as the drill descends deeper, the team's excitement grows. The garden shaft has long been rumored to conceal hidden chambers and vaults, and the possibility of unearthing long-lost treasures keeps their spirits high. The drilling process is slow and meticulous, with each foot of progress bringing them closer to the unknown. After several hours of tense drilling, the rig suddenly grinds to a halt. The team gathers around the monitor, eyes fixed on the live feed from the underground camera. What they see is both thrilling and puzzling. A void, a dark empty space beneath the shaft. The excitement is palpable as they realize they have broken into a subterranean chamber. With careful precision, the team lowers a remote-controlled probe into the chamber. The probe's camera reveals a cavernous space, its walls lined with what appears to be ancient wooden beams. The wood is remarkably well preserved, suggesting that this chamber has remained undisturbed for centuries. As the probe ventures further, it uncovers a series of carved symbols on the walls, their meanings obscured by the passage of time. The discovery of the chamber sparks a flurry of theories among the team. Could this be a part of the legendary money pit, the elusive treasure vault that has enticed so many before them? Or perhaps it is a hidden cache left behind by pirates, knights, or even the fabled Oak Island money pit builders. Each possibility is more tantalizing than the last, fueling the team's determination to explore further. As the probe continues its journey, it encounters a narrow passageway leading deeper into the earth. The team watches in awe as the camera reveals what appears to be a wooden chest, partially buried in the sediment. The chest is ornately decorated with metal fittings, its age evident in the worn and weathered surface. Could this be the treasure they have been searching for? Rick and Marty exchange a glance, their faces reflecting a mix of disbelief and excitement. The decision is made to send a team member down into the chamber to investigate further. Clad in protective gear and armed with advanced equipment, the team member descends into the depths of the garden shaft. The air is thick with anticipation as they carefully navigate the narrow passageway, every step bringing them closer to the chest. When they finally reach the chest, the team member examines it closely, searching for any signs of traps or hidden mechanisms. The chest is locked, its heavy lid secured with an intricate metal latch. With a steady hand, they begin to carefully open the latch, the creak of the ancient metal echoing through the chamber. As the lid swings open, the team holds its collective breath, their hearts pounding with anticipation. Inside the chest, they find a collection of objects that defy explanation. There are gold coins, their surfaces gleaming in the dim light, and intricately carved gemstones that sparkle with an otherworldly brilliance. There are also strange artifacts, objects that seem out of place and time. A set of ancient scrolls, their parchment brittle with age, and a mysterious metal device, its purpose unknown. The discovery of the chest and its contents sends shockwaves through the team. The implications are staggering, and the excitement is palpable as they realize they have uncovered something truly extraordinary. The garden shaft has yielded its secrets, but the journey is far from over. The team knows that they have only scratched the surface of what lies beneath Oak Island, and they are more determined than ever to continue their quest. As the episode comes to a close, the team reflects on their incredible discovery. The garden shaft has proven to be a treasure trove of history and mystery, and the thrilling results of their probe digging have reignited their passion for the hunt. The curse of Oak Island continues to captivate, with each new revelation bringing them closer to uncovering the island's hidden secrets. The anticipation for the next episode is palpable as viewers are left on the edge of their seats, eager to see what lies ahead. The curse of Oak Island is more than just a treasure hunt, it is a journey into the unknown, a quest for answers that transcends time and history, and with each thrilling discovery, the team moves one step closer to unraveling the mysteries of Oak Island once and for all. The Oak Island swamp was a place of mystery, treachery, and legend. For centuries, it had taunted treasure hunters with whispered promises of untold riches and ancient secrets. The murky waters and dense marshland formed a natural barrier, hiding whatever truths or treasures lay beneath its deceptively calm surface. Among the determined seekers of these truths were Gary Drayton, the seasoned metal detection expert, and Rick Lagina, the passionate leader of the treasure hunting expedition. It was a misty morning, with the sun just beginning to burn away the fog that clung to the swamp like a shroud. Gary and Rick, equipped with their tools and boundless enthusiasm, embarked on yet another expedition into the swamp. They had explored much of Oak Island over the years, but the swamp had always seemed to hold back its secrets, giving away only fragments and clues. "Ready, mate?" Gary asked, his voice tinged with a mix of excitement and resolve. "Always," Rick replied, his eyes scanning the landscape ahead. "This could be the day we find something game-changing." They waded through the knee-deep water, their boots making squelching sounds as they moved. Gary's metal detector swept methodically back and forth, emitting occasional beeps that quickened their pulses with hope. The swamp's silence was punctuated only by the calls of distant birds and the hum of insects, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Hours passed with little more than rusted nails and old tools to show for their efforts. Just as their spirits began to wane, the detector let out a series of rapid, high-pitched beeps. Gary's eyes widened and he motioned for Rick to stop. "Got something good here," he said, excitement bubbling in his voice. Rick knelt beside him, watching intently as Gary carefully began to dig. The swamp's thick, black mud resisted, but Gary's practiced hands made steady progress. Within minutes, they uncovered an object that made their hearts race, A beautifully crafted, ancient-looking chest, half buried in the muck. Unbelievable, Rick whispered, his voice a mix of awe and disbelief. We found it. They carefully extracted the chest, its wood surprisingly well preserved despite the centuries it had spent submerged. The intricate carvings on its surface hinted at its significance, and the heavy lock that sealed it suggested the value of its contents. With great care, they transported the chest back to their base, their minds racing with possibilities. Once there, they called in the rest of the team, who gathered around in a circle, eyes wide with anticipation. Rick took a deep breath, then produced a set of lockpicks. His hands trembled slightly as he worked, the tension in the room palpable. After what felt like an eternity, the lock clicked open. Rick hesitated, then slowly lifted the lid.